Hi, I'm Tom Kuhn. I'm CEO and founder of Qnity, and today I've got some commentary for you on the small business community. I'm very worried about the small business community, and perhaps you are, and if you're not, well, I think you should be. We have 30 million small businesses in the US, which basically makes up 99% of the businesses. I've served as an advisor for small businesses for 40 years. In many cases in a distressed and a turnaround situation. I'm also a small business owner myself. We are doing everything we possibly can to support the small business community, and there's some things that I want to share with you that I think is really important. Well, first of all, let's really break down the small business landscape following the 20-60-20 rule that is frequently used in terms of breaking down employees and companies as it relates to engaged, disengaged, and the group in the middle. So let's break it down, and out of the 30 million businesses, and I'm going to make some assumptions here, or at least give you a framework to think. So following the 20-60-20 rule, we're going to say 20% of these businesses already going into this, we're going to call it a financial storm, were already weak. They were in a financially weak position and are going to really have a difficult time. That's 6 million businesses. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we have another 6 million, and that segment, they're going to be okay. We're in a good financial position. They have financial management systems and literacy and strength, if you will. But it's really the middle group that I want to spend the most time talking about today. And we're going to call this the movable middle. And this movable middle could go one way or the other. And one of the things that I've seen in working with distressed companies is that in many cases, a single decision could be the difference between sustainability and not surviving. And if we keep this in mind, this is 18 million businesses, and this is 60%. So just work with me applying this formula here. When we look at the small business community, which I'm very passionate about, let me give you some data from some recent surveys that we've conducted with small businesses. And by the way, when we talk about small businesses, a big chunk of them are actually family businesses. So we're talking about a lot of lives at stake here. And so a survey we did recently really indicates, and this is something I really want to make sure that the marketplace understands, that the small business community, financial management practices and financial literacy is already very low. And let me give you some examples of that. Only 29% of small businesses, as a result of a recent survey we did, actually looks at their P&L monthly. Only 33% have a budget. 37% aren't actually even confident that their monthly financials are correct. And only 17% said their accountants actually understand their business. And so what we're moving into, in many cases, these small businesses will have to go into a DIY mode here, do it yourself, and they won't actually have the professional support they need. They already were weak in financial management practices and literacy, and now we're in a very stressful situation. So I'm very concerned, and I want to share with you and make sure this gets out to the marketplace and those of you that are making decisions. What do they need? Well, what they need right now is they need guidance, and in particular, they need guidance as it relates to the financial part of the business. Secondly, they need education. Education and tools. Now, back to recent surveys. So we have people go through. We have a financial management program. We do a survey up front, and we found is that it was single digits. The number of people that are able to actually indicate the correct formula for a balance sheet and a P&L. It was single digits that actually even understood the most basic formula. A balance sheet is assets equals liabilities and equity, and profit, income statement or profit and loss statement is sales minus expenses equal profit. So the financial literacy is really low. So they need education and they need tools. They also need a plan and a path, and they also need community and hope. So as we think about the situation we're in right now, I want to make sure that you keep this in mind. And I think it's a time for, there's a lot that is coming out of the government in terms of funds and resources, but let's not lose perspective that in addition to the resources that are going to come from financial assistance, there's also assistance that need to be provided from a financial education standpoint. So anyway, that's my commentary for the day. Some of the other videos I'm doing are more how-to or updates on the SBA and just different things going on. But this one is, I just wanted to get it out there that I think it's really important that we support the small business community with education, with guidance, community, and hope. Thank you for watching.